Welcome back to Universal Journey Talk, part 3 of episode 7.
If I were to buy that, and that's good enough to accept, then I might as well accept everything else too. Then why not? Well,
I'm curious, Eric.
Why would things be so weird?
Why do you think that the government would put? What's the real reason you think the government is putting fluoride in? Just a question.
Okay, I will answer that. But like I said, most people aren't maybe conscious enough to understand. Like most people wouldn't really even believe in what a third eye even is, or don't even know what a third eye is. If I said, we have a pineal gland right in the center of our brain, which is a fact, it's there. You can actually cut your brain in half, and that pineal gland is there, and it's actually the same formation of an eyeball. You know what I mean? And that, and the Easterners know all about this. You know what I mean? And many, conscious teachings talk about this. That's why there's many people that you can be blindfolded, and since they have an active pineal gland third eye, they can see normal like anyone else and beyond with these two eyes. These two eyes actually can only see so far. The third eye can see way beyond. That's why it's actually not the third eye. It's actually called the first eye originally. You know what I mean? Then we humans got these eyes.
Are you going to explain to him? Are you going to explain to him about the fluoride thing, or I can?
So the fluoride. So the fluoride is to dumb us down. So we can't. The fluoride closes. It calcifies. Your third eye. So you can't use your third eye. So now
I'm just curious. And whose study was this?
A lot.
This is going on.
Because I have a problem.
There's a lot of studies.
It's just known. I got to tell you, that sounds a little, and there's a lot of things sometimes. I think sometimes, Eric, because of your freeness of belief, and being esoteric and a mystic, which is, it's great because you question things, you know what I mean? And you're going to come up with some different points of view and looking at things. But the only thing is, that's why a lot of times you'll end up kind of talking about, see, not everybody knows everything, or the theory of not knowing everything, and that that some things that people imagine can be real, and that nothing is impossible. We get that. We understand that there's nothing impossible. What we're addressing is the probability, or what is absolutely not. If you're claiming that you absolutely know these things, that you're saying, no, I am 100% convinced or whatever, it's your right to have just as much of a belief as anybody else or whatever. But that's what we're trying to get to, is what makes us feel the way we do. And usually to some degree, there has to be some sort of evidence of some sort of consecration there. That order, not just from, so that's why I'm just going to ask questions and not say yes or no to things, but it is interesting to find out where that comes from.
All right, so I don't know if well, wait, hold on. I don't know if Eric said everything regarding the fluoride thing. I do believe in the fluoride theory or whatever, because for one thing, there is no reason to put fluoride in our water. That's number one. Wait, Eric, let me speak, Eric, let me speak now, okay? So there is no actual reason to put it in, and if you do any type of studies on it, it is really mostly damaging for you. And when it comes to wait, Eric, let me talk. So when it comes to about studies and stuff, you can't even really point out one study because there's hundreds. So I mean, you can look that up fairly easily. That you'll find hundreds of studies on it. It's a pretty generally known thing, or at least people that are like into this type of stuff.
Yeah, but that's generally known. I don't know it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, that's why I'm talking about it. Well, that's why I'm talking about it. Wait, Eric, you have to let me talk, okay? I don't interrupt you, so let's try to keep it, All right, so and yes, the pineal gland. That's another thing. I'm sure you can look it up. It does exist. It's in our physiology. you can
we know that.
right,
that
right,
is something you
right.
can do. That's
And
yeah.
and
There's nothing mystical about that. So
right.
what?
Well, the mystical thing about it is that that's what opens up once again our third eye, the pineal gland. It allows it can it's attached to all things like clairvoyance to Eric, please let me talk. All right. So and then it's also attached to like higher consciousness, all these things that are more attached to fluoride specifically is known to attack that pineal gland and calcify it, so that way higher consciousness and all these other things that people are trying to elevate themselves to, it dummies that down. So that's part of the whole concept of why he's making the comparison of why is there fluoride in our water.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I've even mastered the full capabilities of the pineal gland. I agree. I think I've seen things from Stan Lee's superhumans to stuff I've seen on the internet with certain people with real things or whatever. But even then, so to have something that is because apparently not everybody uses the pineal gland very well, right?
No.
I can't close my eyes right now and see everything or whatever.
Right.
Like I have seen some.
Right.
Not many, but there are a few that can get there.
Most people
have learned to use that, how rare it is. So that's why I get skeptical about when people are ultimately completely conclusive, like they understand everything there is to know about fluoride or about the pineal gland. If only one or two people can do it, or only a small very amount, that shows me that it can't be that really well researched. That otherwise
there's a lot of research
that can't be that open to. I'm not saying it's not possible. Well,
of course it's possible, because
there
people
could also be things with the fluoride that maybe beyond our. You might need to be on a doctoral level to understand its good properties. For instance, if someone tells me something about, I'm a personal trainer, I've been doing it for 20 years. And if someone who's just getting into it, whatever, wants to tell me about what this program is going to do for someone, and they think they know better than me about, a program, let's say, that I designed or something like that, well, I might have to take issue with that. And so then that might not necessarily be true, because you haven't been in the game that long. You haven't been working with people that long. That's just their opinion. So that's what I'm saying. I pay particular attention to when we are conclusive about things like that. To say fluoride and fluoride is just completely bad. There may be a purpose in there, but it may just be like some other things. There could be some side effects, just like your pills at the pharmacy. They try and do good and address a lot of things that may be appropriately needed, but there may have some side effects to some people that aren't bad. Are we hearing from the bad people that had a bad result from fluoride?
So my thing is, though, and I mean that's fine. But my thing is, if fluoride is in everybody's drinking water, and obviously they're really pushing it. Like, you can't even say, basically, if I want to drink from a well, which actually has been proven that a well water is really good for you. There's actually nothing wrong with drinking good, fresh, clean water from a well. Mm-hmm. But apparently, like, well, no, we got to fluoride it up. The question is, why are they so pushing it so much? And my thing is, what is the benefits of fluoride then? Other than technically it'll help your enamel, when that's not working, because everybody's still, dentists are making tons of money. Everybody's going. So my thing is, why so much of this abundance of fluoride in everybody's water? So to the point that if you want to drink water, you have to actually go out and buy it. You can't actually just you can't really go drink.
And even that has fluoride in it too.
Because it's actually
Poland Springs has fluoride in it too.
There is. So, but I'm wondering why there's a negative connotation with it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Usually, if everyone is drinking, so what you're saying is that effectively is that we're being poisoned? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's
100%.
It's poisonous as far as goes. It's supposed to take away your ability for critical thinking, higher consciousness. It dummies you down. It makes you more.
And physically, man.
What?
And physically, I'm saying cancer. It causes physically cancer in your
See,
body.
now we're getting into areas exactly. When you're saying things are causing cancer or whatever, you got to be someone that is in that field. You know, to say this is conclusively this. I can read something and say, well, this person's opinion is about and causes cancer, and this doesn't. There's people that say smoking doesn't do that. You know, that there's and whatever. But if they are not like someone of a reputable in the medical field in that area, so that's what I'm saying.
So do you believe organic food isn't? Do you believe if someone says organic food is better than fast food? Would you say there's no evidence to support that?
Eric, I think sometimes it depends on the person.
I believe organic food is better than fast food.
It is. Yeah, I believe too.
Eric, you're a vegetarian, so of course you do. I think, Eric, let me tell you something. Do you think Grandmother Witter, our grandmother, who lived as long as she did, her family was eating organic food? No.
Yeah, she was.
I remember some of the things they ate.
No,
I don't think that at all. No, actually, anytime I've ever eaten at her house, I don't think I've ever eaten anything organic over there.
Okay.
She ate everything. She ate unprocessed, unmicrowaved. Yes, so took the radiation out of it. But I don't remember organic.
Yeah,
I had
no.
cream of wheat over there. I did every other thing.
I mean,
I had burgers on the grill at barbecues.
Yeah.
I had
two different. We're coming from two different.
Actually,
areas,
wait, hold on.
That's
I think
what I remember in my life. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody remembers things according to. It's funny how the brain is. We don't believe what we see. We see what we believe. As such as goes our experiences of life.
Yeah.
Now, we just grew up the same way. Eric says organic.
But listen.
I've never heard her even mention the word vegetarian or organic.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't even know what that is.
okay, well, because back then there was no need to talk about organic or stuff because everything was organic. So as she grew up for most of her life, it wasn't really until fast food started to become a thing where fast food then became crappy food and processed and all that. So pretty much our grandparents and stuff, they all grew up on organic food. So now it was only in the last. It's only been in the past few decades now that fast food and all that stuff is really taken over to now where we have to label things organic. You know, to make a distinction.
What does organic mean? What does organic mean to you?
No GMO.
Okay. And no preservatives.
And what is GMO?
GMO for the most part, it's
genetically modified.
Yeah, and
something that's genetically modified.
And
it genetically modifies you.
And it also adds and is linked and is strongly linked to things like autism, cancer, and other things like that because it's not ergonomic with your body.
There are studies and whatever, and I've read some of those. I'm not going to say I don't agree, but when you're saying so genetically modified. So what qualifies as genetically qualified?
Laboratory.
If you take a seed.
Laboratory.
Change its original
DNA.
And its cell structure.
DNA. Yeah.
Now it's become something else. So that's saying like an original seed is an heirloom seed. Okay. And
you don't have to explain it to me, Eric. I'm just asking, trying to see where your brain is. I understand what it means. I know what organic is.
So if you eat a GMO, a genetically modified, if you eat genetically modified food, when you eat it, that's what you become. That's why when they say you are what you eat, that's a fact. So if you eat genetically modified food, then it's genetically modifying you.
Right. So Eric, have you ever had any vitamins?
Thanks for watching this segment of the full episode to be posted Sunday afternoon. Much more to be discussed in the next part, so give this video a like, leave your comments for us to reply to in future episodes, and stay notified by hitting the subscribe button.